Guys, so if you are just watching this video, I'm afraid you have to go back and watch the preceding video titled Glancing Collisions Questionnaire Part 1. This is the part 2 of the video where I'll be finding the direction at which the masses in the stated question moved. So for newcomers' sake, I'm going to reread the question, and it says, in an elastic collision involving two masses, mass A is equal 0.5 kg and mass B is 0.3 kg on a frictionless table. Mass A has an initial velocity of 4 meters per second in the positive x direction and a final velocity of 2 meters per second in an unknown direction, while mass B is initially at rest. Find the final speed of B. We found that. And direction after the move, after the collision. That's what we're doing right now. Alright, so we've got the mass A 0.5 and mass B 0.3 kg. UA is 4, UB is 0 since it's initial, VA is 2, VB we've gotten that 4.47 meters per second, meters per second, meters per second. So I'm looking for that direction. Alright, so let's do a rough sketch of what happened in the question. Is something like this. So this guy is moving really fast and hits this guy that's minding his own business, and then because of that, both of them end up flying away at an angle, let's call it A and B, an angle to the horizontal. This is mass B, this is mass A. I think that pretty much sums it up. So they first started moving on the ground or on the table, but then they hit each other and they ended up moving in a direction that uncovering both horizontal and vertical distance. Horizontal and vertical distance. Since it's an elastic equation, we're going to use the elastic equation formula, and since it is has an angle, the direction is moving, we are going to take that into significance and share it both considering the vertical distance covered and the horizontal. So considering the vertical axis or the vertical angle, at first, that's the initial part of the question, it moved on the table, which means there is no vertical distance covered. It just went straight in the positive x direction, as the question said. So it didn't say anything about the y-axis, which means it's purely horizontal. So initially is 0, and then when it moved, it ended up flying out and covering both horizontal and vertical distances, which means there's a vertical distance covered finally, which means we're going to have MAUA sine A. We're using sine because it is in the vertical, and then considering the horizontal, it moved horizontally first, so we're going to use the initial here. We have MBUB equals MBVB cos B plus MBVMAVA cos A. It doesn't really matter how you arrange it though. Okay, so let's fix in the parameters and put them close to one another. We have that 0 equals 0.5 times that's 2 sine A plus 0.3, we have at 4.472. I don't want to use the approximated value here to solve it, cos B. Oh, sorry, that's sine. And then here is going to be 0.5 times 4 plus 0.3 times 0 equals 0.5 times 2 cos A plus 0.3 times 4.472 cos B. If you all solve that out, we have 0.0 equals 0.5 times 2 is the same as 1 over 2 times 2. That's 1. So we have sine A plus, let's see from our calculator again, 0. Wait. Okay, I had the answer stored already. Let's just multiply by 0.3 since I don't want to approximate. Let's use the first 4 digits, 1.3416. We have 1.3416 sine B. 0.5 times 4, that's 4 times 1 over 2. We have 2 plus 0.3 times 0 is 0 equals 0.5 times 2 is 1 cos A plus 0.3 blah 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 gives us the same guy. So 1.3416 cos B. So we have 0 equals sine A. Just want to arrange it. Alright. Sine A plus 1.3416 sine B, and we have 2 equals cos A plus 1.3416 cos B. Okay, so why don't we try, let's put the A in one side and let's put B in another side. So let's take A to the left hand side. This will make this question, you see the same thing, I'm just changing their sides on the equation. So we have 0 minus sine A equals 1.3416 sine B. We have 2 minus cos A equals 1.3416 cos B, which gives us minus sine A equals 1.3416 sine B, and we have 2 minus cos A equals 1.3416 cos B. Okay, so we've gotten that down, and let's look at it. How are we going to solve this equation, this particular question? This is our guy right here now. Okay, so we are going to square both sides. Square, but we're practically squaring everything. So we're squaring both sides. We have minus sine A multiplies minus sine A. That's going to be sine square A equals 1.3416 square gives us 1.8. So we have 1.8 sine B. And if we square 2 minus cos A, that's, let's put a rough, make a rough side and see it. 2 minus cos A multiply 2 minus cos A. That's 2 times 2 gives us 4. 2 times this minus 2 cos A. This multiplies this minus 2 cos A. This multiplies this gives us plus cos square A. This cos square theta is the same thing as saying cos theta all square. So that should just make it look easier to understand. So we have 4 minus 4 cos A plus cos square A, which gives us 4 minus 4 cos A plus cos square A equals 1.3416. Oh, look at this guy. That's going to be also 1.8 cos square B. Now we want to use elimination method to solve this, and so let's add both equations together. we have sine square A on the left side plus 4 minus 4 cos A plus cos square A equals, now for the right side, 1.8 sine square B plus 1.8 cos square B. Now, is there anything familiar? Let me arrange it and see if you can find what I'm seeing right now. Let's put cos square A here plus 4 minus 4 cos A equals 1.8. Let's just factorize it straight away. Sine square B plus cos square B. Now, do you guys remember this formula? It's something you see in general maths. If you really go advanced in math or further or advanced mathematics, there's something about sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. And so since we have that, we can see that this sine square plus this cos square A is going to be just 1 plus 4 minus 4 cos A equals 1.8. That's the same thing is going to be applied here. We have 1 again. Therefore, we have 5 minus 4 cos A equals. Since we now know what our angle of A, the direction of mass A is, I think we can implement it into this other formula here. We can put either here to solve it out, or we could use this one. Let's go with the easier one that says minus sine A equals 1.3416 sine B. That's saying minus or negative sine 36.86 equals 1.3416 sine B. So that is minus sine answer, and that gives us minus 0.6. So we have minus 0.6 equals 1.3416 sine B. Let's divide both sides by 3416. This will divide here by 3416. We have 0.1 divided by 1.3416. That gives us sine minus 0.4472. You don't have to write the whole figures down, but sine inverse of this is going to give us B. Alright, so if you find the sine inverse of this answer is going to give us B is minus 26.5659 degrees. Let's approximate like we did for A, minus 26.57 degrees, which means that our A went in the direction of 36.86 degrees and B went minus 26.57 degrees. So we've gotten our answer. Please note that the negative sign in sine B just shows that it went in the opposite direction. It doesn't have any other significance, which means wherever it went, it was before, it went the opposite way. So I hope you understand. If you have any questions, please drop it down in the comment section. Share to your friends who also need help. I'm always here for you guys with any physics, chemistry, biology, hopefully too. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please don't forget to subscribe, and well, happy new year again. Thank you and bye.